how do you see yourselves as business owners as resources to others?
You always trying to go last. I'm going to go last.
Touche. So I discovered probably several years ago that my mission is to serve. That's it, to serve and help others find and kind of pinpoint what their mission is. That is what my resource is, and that was a painful discovery because with that, I'm acknowledging service because I'm like, why am I always doing this? Why am everybody always calling me? Why? And it just came that is what my mission is. That is what I am good at. I am good with helping people resolve issues. Somebody can tell me something and they can be lost as far as an answer, and they can tell it to me and I can process it, and then I all of a sudden be like option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's just what I do. And so with that, I know that's what I was called to do and my purpose. And so with that is how I serve. And that's why, again, when people come, to see me or talk to me, then, they are, that's what they feel, and that's what they said. I'm not just saying that, but that's what they feel, something. They feel like, oh, she's in it with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I've always been a fighter. That's why I knew I wanted to be an attorney at 7, even though I thought I was going to be a prosecutor. Wow. And I had, you talked about shift. It was a shift when I really, a clerk for a criminal judge, and he was like, you're a little bit too optimistic for this. The law is the law. Yeah. We apply these facts to the law. And I was like, well, as a prosecutor, I can be creative with the sentencing. He was like, no.
Here's the guidelines.
Right. The guidelines, So, with that, that was kind of devastating because that's all I wanted to do since 7. And then I realized, along the line when you drift into something else, you're like, okay, well, I'm so far from here. Yeah. And then I realized that I can serve in any capacity, and I can serve in any capacity, and I can help anyone, whether it's in the criminal justice system where I'm representing somebody and arguing about their bill, or and getting them off or something, and getting them out of jail and also talking to them and be like, hey, well, what's going on? Yeah. So what do you need to do not to come back here? Yeah. So again, God put you in that place. So that's my life. It's just service. It's a tiring journey. Yeah. But it feels good at the end of the day.
The marketer in me just has your mission statement, which is you serve to offer people options. That's what you do. You are a resource because you offer people options. Yeah. When you said option 1, 2, 3, 4, it came to me. I was like, oh, she serves people by giving them options, ways out of their situation, or ways to find a way to manage or maintain. So that's what you do.
Yeah. And to thrive. And so to thrive. So that's it. I want, and as my husband and your niece, my God, say, you always think everybody have a good heart. That's where I was like, I need to think that. So that is where I always start, that there is always a possibility, even in the darkest of times. So,
Okay. But you're way more optimistic now.
Right. I am optimistic, but I'm also... I have a husband who is a realist. And so I have to, so
what a combination.
Hopeful. Yeah. I am definitely hopeful, but it's a whole bunch of work that we have to do within our community to get there. So
I like it. That's good.
Don't put it off. Don't try it.
So I think that's one of the things that connects us is our desire to serve and to really assist and help people. Because as you were talking, I actually thought one of the reasons why I started the business was that I worked at a tax preparation place that was in a cash. Oh my God, it's been so many years. This was 20-something years ago. It was one of those cash places in Baltimore.
Okay.
But I was in the deep hood doing taxes for people, and I just felt like the people were being robbed blind. And if they knew more, they could be doing better. And so, even though I was still in school, that's how I actually started the business as a sole proprietorship, and then it just grew into the business that I have now. But it came from the desire to help people to be financially educated and to make sure that people understood what numbers meant, what taxes meant. Take some of that fear out of that, because a lot of times people make bad decisions simply because they don't have the information or because they're burying their head in the sand. And so I can look at the numbers and kind of see where you should be and kind of give you some options, or do this or that. Here's what you need to be thinking about. And especially with businesses, just making sure that you understand what you got in business to make a profit, but you also got into business to serve a certain clientele. Is the business actually serving you? What do the numbers say? What do you need to be doing from a tax perspective? This is all the back office stuff that needs to be taken care of. Nobody, people think all the time, oh, if I don't pay my taxes, they're going to come knock on my door. It really takes a long time to get there, but you don't want to be in that situation. But we've had clients who've come to us that haven't filed for years simply because they just didn't. They've gotten so overwhelmed and they're so scared that they just don't know what to do. So being able to really assist people to see a clear path forward for their life and for their business, that's one of the things that I love to do.
You clear the path.
She clears it. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
What we do here at HRinMotion when we talk about people and the peeling back the layers to get to where I'm about to share, it has been a journey. Humanity is my passion, and I'm able to serve in that capacity in a lot of different ways. In the business, thanks to my marketing director, a few weeks ago, she literally pulled it out. And it really is about teaching business owners the true function of HR. That's our vision. Because we are underutilized, if at all, because we are viewed as we're viewed as personnel. From 1938. We're viewed as personnel, but we literally have what it takes to have a seat at the table. And when you mentioned the succession plan, that's one of our pillars as an organization, to really teach chief executive officers and the C-suite members how to take this person that wants to be a part of your vision. And today you have to be as savvy as a business owner to know that you might have this person for 2 years and be good with that. Because what you want that 2-year exchange to look like is what you have to give them and what they have to give you. And that exchange will keep your legacy in their mouth. If you treat them well, your legacy will go with them, but you will always. How many of us are still quoting Jack Welch?
Yes. So as your marketing director, I'm sorry, I have to write this down because you just said something that we're going to be using in our blog next week. So just excuse my scribbling. Keep going.
Jack Welch. People are still quoting him and will forever quote him because he was willing to invest in people. That's what we do. Our goal is to connect with chief executive officers. We're not talking about small businesses. We're talking about organizations. So if you're a small organization, wonderful. We're here for you, for sure. If you're a mid or a large size organization, the partnership is there. We're here to partner with you. Why? Because we want to make sure that the people, humanity, people are able to give their best. And they want to be able to give their best in an environment that wants them to be there. And then when it's time for them to be redirected, everyone's excited about the redirection. We will reduce in the unemployment space. We will reduce in the union space. And we will reduce in the uncomfortable culture when we give people the support that they need from top down to be effective and successful in the business that they choose to be a part of. That's it, and that's all.
She just dropped the mic.
Yep.
She did drop the mic.
She just dropped the mic. Listen, what I wrote down was what you said when you pushed that water bottle. My thought was right, because legacy is not stagnant.
No,
Legacy, it's the employee that comes back. It's the alumni or alumna that comes back to the college and gives money because when they were there, you invested in them, and they have to graduate.
Yes,
you won't keep every employee,
right?
But the point is that they come back, they tell somebody to come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, John, I have my own business now, but I'm going to send Harold over here. There's Harold again. He showed up. I'm going to send Harold because now I trust you because I instilled things in you while you were with me during that 2 years that I trust you to give me back in the form of an employee, a recommendation. If you're a celebrity, a commercial. I used to work for the Shake Shack. Great. That water bottle moving. That's our next commercial. Just act like you didn't see that. That's our next commercial.
I know of an employee. She's a human resources professional. She told me this herself. It blessed me. She said when she was a single mom, this man said to her, if you become an HR practitioner in government contracting, you will never, ever be without work. And she said she gravitated to that because she was a single mom. She said, she gave me examples of the people who poured into her, that she's a master today as an HR practitioner in government contracting. But what she did, she grabbed the next person and the next person and the next person, and she poured into them. She said, and then today, when someone comes to her, she calls the people that she groomed and say, hey, I got somebody for you. And guess what? They say, send them.
Yes.
So she has a legacy machine happening. There's no paycheck attached to that. She has the vision of humanity. And she is pouring into people so that those people pour into other people and growth and expansion is happening.
She's planting those seeds.
What?
She's planting the seeds. And that's the point of all of this.
What?
Yeah, it is. And the one thing that, that I think is so critical about what you do is that, people, those CEOs and people at the top, they don't really always, they don't understand HR, right?
Yeah.
Just like some of the other operational things.
Yes.
And so sometimes they look at that as, and you and I know that,
as
a problem.
Yes.
Right? We call you when it's a problem.
Yes.
But how great is it if you called me to be on the team at the beginning so you won't have the problem?
We just talked about that the other day.
You people have to really understand that you pay more for the fix than the preparation. You pay more for the fix.
Yes, you
right?
do.
Because the fix is always emergency.
Yes.
You need it now. You need it now.
So now I gotta pay whatever. If you charge me an extra $10,000, I gotta pay it because I need you to fix it now.
You need to. But if you have me all along, then I'm just embedded in it, and I'm preventing that. And there's a cost to prevention.
Yes.
Right. Ooh, it's a cost to it.
You might want to write.
Yeah, that's another nugget.
Write that one down.
So I definitely, if you're out there, and you have cut the HR from your organization and just had Becky Sue doing it because Becky Sue has a college degree in I don't know
and do payroll,
but and she doing payroll, and she can also do some some accounts payable and stuff like that. No, that's not HR. Is a critical need. I'm letting you know from an employment discrimination attorney. It's critical because you need HR in place to make sure that all of the proper filings are done, right? Requirements, federal and local and state requirements are met. And they can help you guide through that and also kind of, like you said, help create the culture that you desire to. Because the one thing I know for sure, most people employers that I have that come to us for things, they're not bad people. Yeah. They really, really are not. Most things happen in the law because just people don't know. When you don't know, you don't know.
That's right.
Right. And most of the people are very smart. But even smart people don't know everything.
That's
and
right.
so you need to let somebody who is a professional,
Yes.
who knows what they're doing, do it. Just
That's
like
right.
I'm not going to go build a building, or try to.
Right.
I wouldn't
Right.
advise you to go in there.
No.
I probably can read and maybe get something
Right.
but it won't be safe,
Yeah.
right? So that's the same thing with HR.
Absolutely.
It's a critical aspect, and people cut corners. That's not a
That's
corner
not
to
the
cut.
corner to cut.
No,
It's not.
it's not.
And
Actually,
what you
none of the services
At
are.
all.
That's
Actually,
right.
none of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whether it's financial,
Or-
marketing,
Yeah.
those are not the ones to cut. There are some things that, from a corporate compliance standpoint, there are some things you can live without, but key
stuff.
functions,
components.
no.
Cannot.
It's not
No.
worth it. To what you said about it's the same in marketing, we say it's cheaper to retain than to go prospect for new. And then you also get double your fund because if I do a good job with you, you'll tell somebody, right?
Right.
But it's cheaper to already have someone in place embedded in the fabric of the organization who understands the mission and goals. So it's cheaper to do that than because if you call me late at night at 8:00, it's gonna cost you about an extra $10,000 because I'm asleep or my favorite show is on. So you better be willing to pay. You should have just paid me my little retainer and kept it moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It is. I mean, and it's so, it's so interesting because I know people are busy, right? We live in that busy culture, so we're just trying to put stuff together. But there is something to be very methodical about your processes.
That's right.
And making sure, and a lot of times you find people have processes, but they don't stick to it. You need to go back to that script, to make sure that you're protected, and that strategic plan should have included key function areas.
Absolutely. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ladies, this has
been
been
great.
wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful, wonderful. Listen, I would like for each of you to give a wrap up.
Okay.
As we close today, I want you to give your own advertisement and a wrap up just give them one takeaway in your area of expertise.
You're the marketer. We're gonna start.
Yeah, you go. We're going to first.
We need time to
I'm
process.
gonna
I
give a-
need time.
I'm going to
You
give a
going next,
freebie
don't
away. I always like to walk away and give a freebie, right? When it comes to partnerships and collaboration, I truly believe that it's important to take both missions of both organizations and or people and find a way to rewrite it together. One of the things that I've done in a lot of like partnerships and cause marketing efforts is you have to serve both audiences. So how do you do that? Take the core of the mission and try to rewrite it so that it's blending together. Because when people understand their role and or the mission as a whole, and now we're a unit in some way, now I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And most of us, from a marketing standpoint, I always ask a million questions. It's annoying, but sometimes we say things that we think we want to hear when the reality is it's deeper and deeper. I got on your nerves last week or the week before asking questions, but we got a great mission, core values out of it. It goes back to the why. So whether you're dealing with marketing, why are we doing this and who are we trying to serve? I am just so honored to have been in marketing for now 11 years. I love what I do. I love to see plans come from little conversations like this, little seeds, and grow. These things I wrote down, when you see them grow, you'll know why. It's a love and a joy of mine, and I really, really thrive in spaces where I see people who are working hard to get what they want to get done and accomplish, and I just come in and bring my own little piece of the pie that helps move something forward. And so I would hope that you all would find a way. Only on the weekends. She has me busy during the week. But on the weekends, I love consulting with small businesses and nonprofit organizations. And so I am here to serve you at Visionary Marketing Partners. Thank you so much for having me and having me be a part of the conversation. Patrice Jones-Forbes.
I love it.
So I am Joyce Sistrunk of Premier Group. We serve nonprofits and government contractors. We will help you to figure out where the money is and how and what the best practices are for your organizations and to be compliant, because not only are we just servicing you as your back office, but we actually are government contractors ourselves. So we understand all of the different rules and regulations that you're going to run into. And so we've seen it. If we haven't seen it, one of our clients has seen it. And so being in the industry for this long has really helped us to understand each business's situation. So we are here to serve and assist you and help grow with you as you grow. So we are in the Lanham area and we would love to help. I am available full time, so that is a wonderful thing. I can be reached at, should we give our contact information? 301-577-6444, or our website is www.pgs-cpa.com.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. Again, Robin Skates. As I shared earlier, my mission is to serve and help others find their mission and whatever it is. If it's business, if it's in family law, if it's in personal injury, estates and trust, which is my heart and soul. In reference to estates and trusts, we say love legacy. What is your love legacy? And we want to help you leave a legacy for your family. But I can take that legacy as far as from if you're a business owner and you need us to come in and help to support you, then we because you need a general counsel, then certainly we can do that. So again, if you're looking for a legal professional to just consult with, to run something by, then you feel free to give us a call. My direct number work cell is 443-764-9651. Again, 443-764-9651. We are at skateslegal.com is our website. And you also can email us at skates, and that's S as in Sam, C as in cat, A as in apple, T as in Tom, E as in Edward, S as in Sam, legal@gmail.com. All right, thank you.
This has been awesome.
Absolutely.
So
it has been awesome.
This has been a wonderful way to introduce our partnerships. It has been a wonderful way to celebrate the month of March, which is all about women. And social media has a great footprint this month about women in business. And so I am Frederica Cunningham. I am extremely proud to have sat with these sisters today. And we have shared a lot. At the end of the day, of our core is to see each other and you successful. To be successful, it is not an overnight experience, but I promise you, if you stick with it, not only will you see the fruit of your labor, but you will experience exponential growth. HRinMotion, LLC, by the way, www.HRinMotionLLC.com is our website, and we can be reached at 240-838-7142, option 2. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Stay tuned because more to come. Enjoy today.